Though, top of the next hill, he's off the side of the tabletop, gets passed by both the Yamahas of Beniston and Geerts. He emerges in fourth. Then we had this battle here, the 74 and the 24. Kind of Wolf fell, went past Kevin Hawkmo. Hawkmo then fell from that 7th place, picked himself up in 11th, eventually come home in 10th place. Sasha Kunin fell, and he eventually came home in 17th. Hawkmo then found his way past Lucas Kunin in the same corner that he fell. That was for 10th position. Then, closing stages, Geerts all over the back of Beniston as they fought over second. They were both closing in on the race leader, Simon Laengenfelder. And despite his efforts, he wasn't able to find his way through. Out of the final turn, there was a back marker just ahead of Beniston. He managed to squeeze across to shut down the attack. Laengenfelder won for the 8th time this year, but it was Beniston and Geerts rounding out the top 3. Fantastic race it was as well. The sun not making an appearance this time around, but they don't care. They're having a fantastic time out there on the bank here at the basin. Temperature has dropped a little bit. The wind has been sort of hovering in and around there. There's Joel Smets talking to the new world champion, Andrea Adamo, and there's Simon Laengenfelder. Well, a few moments ago, Lisa Lane was down on the grid. She caught up with Jack Chambers from the USA. Before that, one of the riders who's up for 2nd or 3rd in the championship, Jago Geerts.
We're almost ready for the final MX2 race of the season, but let's catch up one of the main protagonists from the championships. That's Monster Energy Yamaha MX2 factory rider, Jago Geerts. Jago, that 2nd place is still very much up for grabs. I think it's just 3 points separating you and Laengenfelder. I mean, it's going to be full gas out there for you, isn't it? It has to be.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will be a tough battle, but I will do everything I got, and I will do my best, so we'll see how it goes.
Tell us about that first race. You're really taking the challenge there to your teammates. Some close racing.
Yeah, in the end it was really close. I felt better in the last like 10-15 minutes, so hopefully I can get a little bit better start and would make it a bit easier.
Best of luck for the final race. Thanks, Jago. Let's grab a few words with a rider we haven't seen for a while. It's Jack Chambers. Jack, we know you were injured after Germany. Just give us an update on how you're feeling.
Yeah, I started in Switzerland and did 7 rounds with the team and ended up breaking my ankle in Germany. Had to take 3 months off. I only took 8 days off of training though, so right back on the bicycle and training. So I haven't lost much fitness, but just feel with the bike. So trying to get prepared for Nations. I got the opportunity to race for Puerto Rico. So yeah, just here this weekend. It's kind of like my home race. I only live 30 minutes from here. So yeah, just trying to do the best I can with the limited time I've had back on the bike. But yeah, I love this track. So yeah, 10th in qualifying yesterday, and yeah, just struggled a little bit in the first moto off the start, but we'll go for it the second moto.
Good to have you back, Jack. Thank you. Best of luck to the guys. It's time for the final MX2 race of the year.
Yeah, coming into this final race of the season then, of course, and Andrea Adamo is the world champion. Laengenfelder on 7:37, Jago Geerts just 3 points behind on 7:34, and Liam Evans 16 behind Jago Geerts. So not over yet for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but Laengenfelder is the one with the advantage, and it's Laengenfelder who goes to the line first because he won the Ram qualifying race on Saturday for the 5th time. Adamo going to the inside gate, gate number 1, and then Jago Geerts going into gate 3. And pretty much the rest of the riders lining up alongside. There is the 39 of Rowan van der Moosdijk, who was 4th in the Ram qualifying race. And here is how they line up for the final race of the season. Simon Laengenfelder on pole for the 5th time, edging out Andrea Adamo in the Ram qualifying race on Saturday. Jago Geerts goes to the line 3rd, ahead of Rowan van der Moosdijk, Sasha Kunin, Kaida Wolf, Andrea Bonacorsi, and Thibaut Beniston. Behind them, Liam Evans goes to the gate in 9th place, and then Jack Chambers. We just spoke to him a moment ago. Rick Elzinger, Isaac Gifting, Lucas Kunin, Kevin Hawkmo, Camden McClellan, Taylor Hamill. Not sure if Gifting is fit to ride. He picked himself up and looked like he took a whack to the back or the backside. So be interested to see if Gifting, the 5:17, lines up for race 2. Simon Laengenfelder, your winner from race 1. And Laengenfelder, 2nd in points, 3 clear of Jago Geerts. The number 93 on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Who will it be that picks up the silver medal? Who will it be that settles for bronze? A big race, the final race of the season, just moments away. Andrea Adamo, no stress on his shoulders. Already crowned world champion a week ago. He came home 4th in that first race. He'll be hoping to round out on the podium at the very, very least. And if he can do it with a round win, Grand Prix win, then all the better. Sasha Coonan had an up and down ride, quite literally. He came home in 17th place. Didn't make the best start. He was 19th on the opening lap, and then it just got worse from there. A couple of crashes here and there. Thibaut Beneston under pressure from his teammate Jago Geerts in race 1. He held him off for second. How much more has he got left in the tank to come away with a possible Grand Prix victory here at the final round? Andrea Bonacorsi, the 2023 European 250 champion. Good qualifying for him yesterday, crossing the line in 7th place. He was 13th in race 1. And Rowan van der Moosdijk had a good shot at the podium as well at this final round, in his final MX2 Grand Prix, 5th in race 1, ahead of his teammate, number 74, Kyle Wolf. And Liam Evans lost ground on Laengenfelder and Geerts. Can he turn it around in this final race? It's going to be a tall order, but nothing is impossible. Kyle Wolf, 6th in the first race. We're hoping for better as well. Green flag. And the Fly Racing 15-second board up for the final time in 2023. 30 minutes plus 2 laps. A big race on the card here between Simon Laengenfelder, Jago Geerts, and Liam Evans, potentially. Who will it be that claims a silver medal? Gate drop. Somebody tried to go too early. I think it might have been McClellan who gets parked behind the gate. But Sasha Coonan around the inside. But Liam Evans crosses the line with the foxhole shot for the 4th time this year. Perfect way to get this race underway. Evans from Coonan. Elzinger in 3rd. Laengenfelder in 4th. Hormo trying to go around the outside, and Adamo parking a couple of riders. We've got a KTM 1, 2, 3. Elzinger there in 4th, well, 5th place now. Laengenfelder finding his way by on the opening lap. Geerts down in 10th place. Just dropping into view now, bottom of the hill. So he has got a lot of work to do. Laengenfelder is quickly on the charge. They put water down as well in the brake, tried to track it in here and there. But 3 Red Bull KTMs and a Red Bull Gas lead the way on this opening lap, the final race of the season. Sasha Coonan trying to have a sneaky look up the inside. There's De Wolf, Elzinger. There's Geerts and Beneston. So Geerts has found his way past Thibaut Beneston as he goes after Kevin Hormo. 4th and 5th, 3rd, 4th and 5th through that sweeping turn. Laengenfelder in 4th. De Wolf 5th. Elzinger 6th. Oh, Geerts making fine ground. Sweeping through, he's coming towards us now, over on the right-hand side. He's already alongside Elzinger and on the back of Kyle Wolf. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place, 6th place for the Belgian. Everybody just trying to feel their way in these what could be slippery conditions, having been freshly watered. But they see the back end just lighting up on Evans. KTM coming out of that bottom turn. Adamo, frustrated, not being able to find his way past Sasha Coonan yesterday, gets alongside him this time and passes him at the first attempt. So Adamo now 2nd, Sasha Coonan 3rd, Laengenfelder 4th, Kyle Wolf 5th, and Geerts in 6th position. He needs to find his way past Laengenfelder, at the very least, if he is to have any chance of claiming that 2nd place. And Sasha Coonan down the inside of Adamo, who was not too impressed with that. Hard on the brakes, just ran out of road, and all of a sudden, Sasha Coonan tried to nudge Adamo. He nudged him offline, and that could have cost him a position and even a crash as well. Watch this here. Just comes in, boom! Side swipes Adamo. And look at Geerts there and Laengenfelder side by side. And Adamo now is frustrated because he's lost a position to De Wolf. He's now down in third. And Adamo under pressure from Laengenfelder. De Wolf going after the 72 ahead of him. Would love to pick up a race win before the end of the season. Kai De Wolf hasn't won one since his double race victory in Latvia earlier this year when he took the championship leader's red plate. So on the start of this first official lap then, finish line to finish line, Everts leads, De Wolf second. That's these two here on screen. Then Adamo third, Laengenfelder in red fourth, Geerts, Yamaha in fifth place. Van der Moosdijk 6, Beniston 7, Oliver 8, Chambers 9, and Borgmo 10. Wow, no way through there. These two getting feisty with each other. Everts takes a look over his shoulder. Sees the 7'7", Kai De Wolf breathing down his nostrils here. Chasing the dirt, around the outside, safest option.
Look out for Jago Geerts. Jago Geerts.
Laengenfelder is on the back of these three now, ahead of him, trying to break free from Geerts. Possibly could have one of the best races of the year for this final round. That'll be nice, wouldn't it? De Wolf tripling up. Everts going defensive, and you can see De Wolf really trying to work outside insides. Everts knows he's there, but first official lap goes to Liam Everts. But De Wolf alongside him. No whips, no scrubs. You what? Whips and scrubs his way into the lead right at the start of lap 2. Enjoy and be confident. That's the message for Everts. Go out and have fun. Can't do any more than that. Adamo back on his case. And Laengenfelder looking for a way through. Just not close enough to do anything about it. Right, where's Sasha Coonan? He's in 12th place after his fall. Yeah, it's just running into a little bit of trouble there. But Laengenfelder chasing this second place in the championship at the moment. It was 3 points at the start of the race. 5 clear of Geerts at the moment, with Geerts just behind him. And he's desperate to find his way around the outside of Adamo. Adamo making him go the long way round. See how tricky it is. Well, very greasy, the ground here now after that water. And that little push to the outside there has brought Jago Geerts back into play, and he's all over the back of the Red Bull Gas. I like how they've left the ruts here at the top end of the circuit. A real challenge. Might look a bit slow and enduro trail-esque, but look how technical it is. Take the technical element out of it, it just becomes MotoGP. A little bit too flat. Looking to go wide. But Laengenfelder still hanging on to that 4th place at the moment. Van der Moosdijk trying to keep him in his sights in 6th position. Then Beniston nearly 3 seconds further back. Oriol Oliver, Jack Chambers and Kevin Borgmo. McClellan, who hit the gate right at the start of the race, he's clawed his way into 15th place. Ahead of Lucas Coonan. De Wolf, Everts, and Adamo. Your first 3, and Adamo pressing on. Wants to find his way past Liam Everts. Wants to give himself a shot at winning this race. Oh, he gets in and out of there early. Wow, that was almost shades of Cairoli Hurlings, wasn't it, a few years ago? Only this time both riders stayed up, kept it clean. Adamo now second. Oh, back end just breaking free on Adamo's KTM there. probably just caught a rock or something, edge of a rut. Fortunately for him, there was something else for it to drop into. And Laengenfelder eyeing up Everts now as well. Everts all of a sudden looking a little bit tight in that third place. Laengenfelder thought about down the inside, runs into the rear wheel, halts his momentum ever so slightly. He looks across, sees his main rival now, who cuts to the inside and takes away the position. Fourth place now for Geerts. Advantage, the Belgian. And Roman de Moosdijk enjoying what's going on ahead of him as well. Watch this. You can see this coming a mile off, just hit the brakes, turned it tight. Laengenfelder half expected it. Geerts now fourth. And he's got Everts right there where he needs him as well. Both of these two riders will go full send for the next 21 minutes plus 2 laps. They have no choice. Silver medal is one thing. There'll be a little bit of bonus riding on this as well for the overall championship. The Wolf, 3 seconds clear at the moment at the head of the field. We know Laengenfelder not afraid to get his elbows out if need be. So if Geerts gets caught napping, don't be surprised. Oh yeah, he had to cut back to the other side there, didn't he? Because Everts was just closing him in. And he goes to the outside here. Goes for that momentum. Gets good drive. Can he cut to the inside? Yes, he can if he stays lower over the next jump. Geerts shows Everts a rear wheel and a little bit more. Everts keeping him. Working though. He does go through. Geerts now third. Very, very delicate employs between Geerts, chasing second in the championship, and Laengenfelder, who occupies that second spot at the moment. But that may change with Geerts in third place. Looking confident is the number 93 as he goes in pursuit of Adamo. Got a nice line here. He keeps working that magic, drops through the inside. You sense him, he's not close enough to Adamo anywhere else on the track. If he is next time around, there could be another pass right there. Laengenfelder just dropping off the pace ever so slightly, it appeared. Because there's Everts, it was 6/10, but did he just lose a little bit of ground in the last couple of corners? Watch this here, down the inside. And that was the move for third place. Pit lane here, you can see across the start straight into that final turn towards the finish line, and out the back window you see the rest of the track as well. And anything you can't see, they've got the monitors down there, just as you're seeing at home. Looking good, isn't he? Geerts. Has he broken the resolve of Laengenfelder? Because Laengenfelder now 1.4 behind Everts.
You could fully accept the fact that he just cruised round today. He's won the championship. He could just cruise round and not lose.
His lead is being cut back ever so slightly by Adamo and Geerts. 2.8 now between the Nissan Husqvarna and the Red Bull KTM. Laengenfelder coming back for more, and so too Roman de Moosdijk.
Adamo there as well. But there's a little bit of a damage on him.
Good ride this for Van der Moosdijk. It's not going to be a podium place though this weekend, but he's going to give everything he's got. There's your championship positions at the moment. Geerts now on 7.54, Laengenfelder on 7.53, with the Belgian in third and the German in fifth place behind Everts. Geerts not safe, he needs Adamo. The the very least, because it looks like Laengenfelder has regrouped and he's eyeing up Everts once more. And if he finds his way back past the number 72, then guess what? There's another point swing there in favour of Laengenfelder. Just pushing too hard into that bottom corner. Jago Geerts, this time he realises he's got to go the long way round just to keep a bit of momentum. You're not going for a block pass, so that inside won't work on its own as a line, if you like. Here's Laengenfelder. 5:16. His lap time last time around. 2:27.3. Same time as Everts, but the fastest lap of the race. Geerts, 2:24.8. The only rider below the 25s. So he's playing his card right from the very first moment. But not able to close down on Adamo. It's been about 3/4 of a second quicker that time around. Gap still hovering at 1.5. Beniston 7, Oliveira 8, Chambers, Big Van Wild, MTX Kawasaki in 9th place. 16th in race 1 on his return from that ankle injury. Currently 9th now, and that will be 11th overall for the American. His best of the season in the rounds that he's done. But still 15.5 minutes plus 2 remain in this second and final MX2 race of the season. Everts under attack once more from Laengenfelder. 5 laps complete when they hit the line this time around. The gap between them back down to 0.6 of a second. Thing with that corner there, if you know you're being attacked and you go too tight, it makes that drop very, very tight indeed, and the rider can go wide and cut back and swing past, and then they've got options back down the start straight. And Everts knows that. De Wolf under attack from Adamo now. 1.2 between those two. 2.6 between the first 3 of De Wolf, Adamo and Geerts. Still 1 point in it for second overall in the championship. Geerts 754, Laengenfelder on 753 points. He needs Everts to leapfrog Geerts once again. And Everts and Geerts needs to find his way past Adamo if he's to keep the German parked in 3rd in the championship. So Everts up on the pegs. The shortest route round. Where is Hogmo? He's in 10th place at the moment. Put the flag out now. Laengenfelder wins the Grand Prix anyway, but he wants 2nd place in the championship, which means he has to pass Everts. De Wolf and Adamo and Jago Geerts all tied for 3rd. Geerts off the podium at the moment. So a lot riding on the last 13.5 minutes of this second MX2 race. And Geerts losing ground to De Wolf and Adamo now.
Further back, Everts still holding off the challenge from Laengenfelder as they come through towards the big tabletop with the Husqvarna behind Van der Boosting.
There's Beniston just lurking in the background. He is in 7th place. Everts still doing a good job of holding this 4th place. 6 laps complete. De Wolf puts his fastest lap in at 2:25.8, but it's 2/10 slower than Adamo. Geerts 2:26.3 now, so he's 2.4 seconds adrift of the Italian. And Laengenfelder not quite ready to lunge it down the inside of the number 72. But all the while he's trying, costing them a little bit of energy. Might get lucky here though, hard on the brakes. And he does run down the inside and forces Everts wide, moves up into 4th place, and that's 2nd place in the championship for now. So Everts then under attack from Van der Moosdijk now for that 5th place. And Laengenfelder has clear track ahead of him. Van der Moosdijk alongside Everts. Everts decides, you know what, I don't want to shut off and have you cut back up the inside of me. That forced Van der Moosdijk to go the long way round, and he does hang on to that 5th. But it is under threat once more. Van der Moosdijk looking for momentum. Bringing Beniston with him. That's 1st, 2nd and 3rd. And Geerts just losing ground. 2.2 behind Adamo at the moment. And De Wolf is being caught by Adamo. That time in race 1 was a 2:22.3. We're not getting close to that, so Thibaut Beniston is going to take the Acerbis Fastest Lap Award for this weekend.
Around the right-hand turn they go. Back into the big.
Nothing in it between the first two, though. Should be less than a second when they hit the line at the end of lap 7. And it, wow, 1:0.74. So 25.2, 24.8, 25.1. Geerts just lost that crucial toe to Adamo. He could do with a favour from De Wolf now. Try and keep Adamo behind. Oh, Adamo. Threatening, isn't he? Just eyeing up every opportunity. Wants to round out the season with a race win at the very least. It would also put him on 43 points, and it will snatch the overall away from Laengenfelder. Five points for a win, 22 for 2nd, 20 for 3rd, 18, 16, 15, and then single-digit increments after that down to 20th place, where you get 1 championship point. That's how tight it is, look. Adamo 3rd. He finds his way past De Wolf. He goes from 22 points to 25. Gives him 43 points on the scoreboard. He will leapfrog Laengenfelder in the event of a tie. Best result in the 2nd race, wins it. Of course, De Wolf would lose 3 points, so he would get demoted to 37. And that would promote Jago Geerts to the podium anyway. Laengenfelder 7.2 seconds behind Geerts, who is now 1.5 adrift of Adamo. So he is starting to reel in the Italian once again. And Geerts, the 3rd fastest sector of the race. And he gained 4/10 in sector 2 and about 4 5/10 in sector 1. So all of a sudden, Jago Geerts is getting closer and closer to Adamo with 8 minutes to go.
This will be 8 laps down, 8 minutes plus 2 to go.
Just lights up the back end there, coming out of the penultimate turn though. But he's got Adamo right where he wants him once again. And the gap between the first 3 at the end of lap 8 is down to 2.8 seconds, with Geerts setting the fastest lap at 2:24.1. Adamo 2:25.3 and De Wolf 25.1. Laengenfelder 8 seconds behind now. He has a 1-point advantage over Geerts in the battle for 2nd in the championship. But he's out on his own there. 8 seconds adrift. Geerts has 2 riders ahead of him that he needs to pass. He needs to pass one of them to secure 2nd. That's how tight it is. Laengenfelder 7.55, Geerts 7.24. He passes Adamo. He moves into 2nd in the championship.
Its bottom section of that train.
And if Adamo finds his way past De Wolf, Geerts on the podium. If Geerts finds his way past Adamo, Geerts on the podium. But Laengenfelder sitting on the top step at the moment with a silver medal in his back pocket if things stay as they are. Nicely done through there. Confident. One thing these riders can do is ride ruts. Oh, front end just washing out. Put him under pressure. Got a kick there as well. That's cost him a few tenths. Now he's going to have to ride over himself to make up that time once more. And he's going to rely on De Wolf, holding them up once more as well. Holding Adamo up. Watches here, front washes out, back comes around, okay, pull the clutch in, and then back goes again, then he catches a high paw, catches a knuckle on the next jump. Less than 6 minutes plus 2 to go.
There is Adamo as well.
25.3, 25.6, 25.8. Top three separated by 3.2 seconds. Geerts 1.7 behind Adamo. Here's Evans, still in 5th place. 3 seconds behind Laengenfelder. Take you back to the start of the race then, shall we? That's Camden McClellan, just going a little too early on the JM Honda. He's now in the 15th place, but it was Liam Evans who swept through the middle and over the Foxhole shot line for the 4th time this season. Liam Evans currently in 5th place at the moment. And that's 4th overall in the championship. Oh, hello. Adamo under pressure. De Wolf is 1.6 seconds clear, but Geerts all over the back of the Italian once more. This is about for second in the race. The podium, the overall Grand Prix, the championship 2nd place. A lot on the line here. Neither of these two can afford to make a mistake. Adamo, he's got his medal. He doesn't care. But Jago Geerts, the colour of the medal might make a difference. Cannon looking on there. It's getting very, very tight. Squeaky bum town.
Here we go. It's going to happen, and that's when the excitement is. Round.
The easiest place to pass on, is it? The pace, the tempo, very, very similar. All of these bikes, factory machines. The Husqvarna, the KTM, the Yamaha. Again, we're going to go around the outside. 3:22 on the clock. It's going to be 4 laps to go. Less than 2 seconds separate the first 3. And now it's Kai de Wolf under attack for the lead. Geerts just trying to stay out of the roost of Adamo's rear wheel. He gets in there, but realises he's running in a little bit hot. Has to check himself up a little bit there. Doesn't go down the inside. That would be the obvious move. And it was protected by Adamo, who then defends again in the next turn. De Wolf getting away momentarily. Oh, soaked that up very well. The number 80 there came up short on the step down. Got his weight to the back just to prevent the bounce on, if you like. Adamo knows that Geerts is there. That's nice how they pick the front end up over that little kicker. In and out of the turn early. Pass coming up in the next turn here. Geerts squares to the inside. Adamo reads it well. He stays firm in that rut.
quite close enough. Here they go into the valley. Look how close they are. They're going to go now. They drop down the hill.
De Wolf doesn't mind what's going on behind him as long as it doesn't affect what's going on with him in his race. If he can gain a couple of tenths here and there and extend it to about a second and a half, then great, but he's under pressure once more. We have had some fantastic racing here today at Matterley Basin. These guys saving it, bringing it to the final round. Kicker again, look, that horrible hole. Adamo, good on this part of the racetrack, put some distance between himself and Geerts, and he gets himself onto the rear wheel De Wolf, and he is looking for a way through now. And in the space of not many, what, 3-4 corners, all of a sudden Geerts has been dropped, and almost dropping to the ground there was Adamo. Caught a hole in the middle of the turn, the thing bounced left and right, almost pitched him off the side. Lucky escape for the champ.
Laps remaining. De Wolf leads just.
De Wolf's heart rate is pumping through his chest at the moment.
3 laps to go.
Watch this here. Oh.
Wow. There we go.
And he's hard on the brakes once more, trying to rattle De Wolf. Your first 3 into the first turn. Almost identical lap times for the riders in second, third. That time they were both quicker than the race leader. Laengenfelder now nearly 13 seconds behind. There's nothing he can do. All he can do is sit and watch and hope that nothing changes here in the top 3. Here we go again. He's got that turn dialed now. Adamo knows he's there. He's going to try and control the turn. That's exactly what he does. And Adamo didn't protect. Geerts alongside him. He's into second. But for how much longer? Adamo's going to have to go bonsai around the outside. That's exactly what he does. But Geerts into second place. And into second place in the championship if it stays like that as well. Fans on their feet, appreciative of the effort of all these 3 riders here. Ah, mistake there. Somehow manages to hold on to second position. Can he pick off De Wolf? Is there something left in the tank for Adamo? Will he barge his way back into second place and deny a silver medal for Geerts? We are entering the final 2 laps of 2023. 3 riders separated by about half a second. And it's De Wolf who is feeling the most heat here. If he can sustain this, this will be a massive step in his growth as well, especially when he thinks about 2024. Geerts to the inside. But once again, De Wolf has to go defensive. There's a fresh pair of eyes on him though this time around. He's had Adamo behind him pushing the last few laps. Adamo is off the podium as it stands right now at the final round. Geerts is 1 point shy of the top step. Laengenfelder continues to lead the overall on 43 points. Geerts on 42. De Wolf on 40. That's how tight it is. Trying to sneak up the inside. He's got good drive through there, hasn't he? Jago Geerts. Watch this line here. Goes outside, inside. Got to be careful not to leave himself vulnerable. Can't sneak through this time around. Adamo has seen the line. He's sussed the line for a lap later. Wheel to wheel. De Wolf, the rider from the Netherlands. Geerts from Belgium. Adamo now just losing ground ever so slightly. And Geerts, he's trying to be aggressive, he's trying to get down the inside. De Wolf knows he's there. And we've got a new leader, a lap and a half to go. Geerts takes over the lead. Adamo just losing toe, losing touch with these guys. He may still spring an attack on De Wolf for the final lap though, if he's close enough, and he's still there, lurking in the background. Watch this here. Brave just to up the tempo through the most difficult, most technical part of the track, and squeezes down the inside of De Wolf. Great pass. Uphill for the penultimate time, and look at Adamo. Oh, that's twice. Geerts has made that mistake on that turn in the last 3 laps or so. Into the final lap. 24.9, 26.1, 25.2, the lap times for the top 3. Adamo not able to find a way by there either, from 3rd to 2nd. Geerts on the top step of the podium as it stands right now, 45, Laengenfelder 43, Adamo 38, De Wolf off of the podium, having lost the lead to Geerts a lap ago. So difficult to get out of that turn now, isn't it? All 3 riders pretty much offline on the exit of turn 3. And De Wolf may have had a message, you know, you need to pass for the podium. That's the championship as it stands right now. Geerts, oh, brave to go out there, but he made it. He kept his lead intact. Good effort this from De Wolf, showing some fire to go back after the race leader and a potential race win. He wants that 4th race win. Does Kai De Wolf. James Scott needs to be mindful, just like he was in the first race. He's in 23rd place. The rider from New Zealand. Blue flags being waved, he's very well aware. A handful of corners to go. Geerts, De Wolf, Adamo putting on a fantastic show. 2 of those riders will make the podium as it stands right now. No time for celebrations as they drop into the valley for the final time.
Anything can happen.
Adamo running out of time. 2 corners to go. Out of the final turn. What a fantastic race for the final race of 2023. Geerts wins the race. He wins the Grand Prix. De Wolf 2nd, Adamo 3rd. Laengenfelder should cross the line in 4th place. But for Jago Geerts, his 55th career podium. But for Simon Laengenfelder, he crosses the line, it's 3rd in the championship. He came out swinging this weekend with a victory in race 1 and a Ram qualifying race win. But watch this here. This was Geerts down the inside of Laengenfelder to set the ball rolling. That was for 4th on lap 3. He then charged down the inside of Everts for 3rd a lap later. He then got the better of Adamo with 3 laps to go to move into 2nd. And with about a lap and a half to go, he brushed aside number 74, Kai De Wolf. It was all or nothing in that turn, and that was for the win, for the race and for the Grand Prix. What a race, what a day, what a Grand Prix, what a championship. Anyway, here's Lisa with Jago.
Jago Geerts, what a way to end your MX2 career. You won that race, you won the overall, and you got that second place in the championship.
Yeah, really happy about the second race. Didn't take the best start. I think I was in like 8th or 9th place in the first lap, but felt good on the track, found different lines, and in the end I made it happen. So yeah, really happy to end my MX2 career like this.
Great job, thanks Jago.
Jago Geerts applying the pressure. Seemed to take a while getting going, but he kept the leaders there ahead of him when he needed to. And he rounds out the final race of the season with a race win. The Grand Prix victory, his 24th career victory. Of course, second overall in the championship once again. 4 times now, 1 time third. Jago Geerts, your overall winner in Great Britain.
Finishing and second.
Hans Corvers and Paolo Pavaggio there from Yamaha, pleased with what they've just seen there from their #1 rider. Official result then from MX2 Race 2, the final race of the calendar. Jago Geerts picking up the 25 points from Kai de Wolf and Andrea Adamo, and what a race it was as well. Laengenfelder limped home in 4th ahead of Evans, with Thibaut Beniston, Rowan van der Moosdijk and Kevin Hoogmo rounding out the top 8. 9th and 10th belonged to Andrea Bonacorsi and Jan Panzer, who both found away by Jack Chambers on the final lap. Lucas Koenen 12, Camden McClellan 13, Jorgen Matthias Talviku, Oriol Oliver, Elzinger, Koenen, Sasha, Taylor Hamill, Chabati and Mitchell. Jago Geerts with a 3-1 will stand on the top step in his final MX2 Grand Prix. Laengenfelder second overall with a 1st and a 4th. Adamo with a 4-3. De Wolf just missing out and tying on points with Thibaut Beniston after all of that effort as well. Adamo crowned world champion a week ago. Geerts manages to keep that second place in the championship, and Laengenfelder takes 3rd in the championship this weekend. Remember, he started the weekend 4th, the same points as Evans.
Shall I